Hey guys, I'm Jay, and I'm a transgender male, and this is my 5th week on T update. And um, I'm going to talk a little bit about my changes, such as they are, and then go into um, problems of transitioning as an older guy. Even though I'm going to talk about older guys, I hope you younger guys will stick around so that maybe you understand us a little better. Okay, here we go. My transitions so far, my changes so far, 5th week, I can do 5 push-ups. This means I've done 1 push-up per week of transition. Can you imagine how amazing I'll be at 100 weeks? Anyway, so my voice, I think my voice is lower. There may be some debate there. It's I don't think so, but there's this guy that said, "Oh, you guys are on T for a few weeks. You don't really have any changes. It's just in your mind." Okay, well, okay, that's cool, but I don't believe him. Anyway, and I'm sure he was just like us at week 5. The things that kind of remain the same: oily hair, oily skin, my little chin row. I'm still real happy and feel a sense of well-being. So everything's really going really well. Not to say I haven't had any problems, but that's the way it is. Okay, and now I'm going to go into about transitioning as an older guy. Why didn't we figure it out earlier? That's a really good question. And I think it has to do with the culture and how things were back when we were younger. And I don't think gender or questioning gender or thinking about gender was in our vocabularies, much less our entire dictionaries of our whole cultures. So we just didn't have the frame of reference and so on. And then when I heard about it, because I did hear cases of it, the tennis player, I can't think of her name right off, and it was usually was MTAFs. So, the idea of a trans guy was not an idea that was back then. So the whole idea of gender being something that was slippery, slidey, thingy that you could just play around with and change, no, not around then. Okay. Okay. Another thing is that problem for older guys is that gender is an unknown. The whole transgender transition thing is very, very much an unknown, and in that way, it's very scary. And I suppose that's the case for all trans guys, but I think the sense of looking out at yourself in 20 years, well, I can't do it honestly. Now, whether I could do that at 30, I don't know if I could do that at 30 either. So maybe it's not all that different, but I think there's a sense of fear because as you age, things kind of can go downhill. And so and I don't think, basically, I think the solution, if there is a solution, is to live in the now, which is a very hard thing if you're a trans guy because you're looking for changes in the future. So try to, look for changes in the near future without looking farther. I guess that's the trick. Okay. Health issues. I think this is a big deal for some trans guys. I am very lucky to be in very good health. But I know of trans guys that are not, and it can be a big issue. The problem I have, if you can even call it that, I think that the question of cholesterol is very much debated. My cholesterol, total cholesterol is high, but my good cholesterol is high, which is good. But T can lower your good cholesterol. So in a combination with other factors, that can lead to heart disease. But it has to be all other factors combined. Family history and blood pressure and all that. Okay. But I don't know, she could decide, my doctor could decide, no, your cholesterol is getting too high, I don't know. I'm a little worried about that. I got a test, blood test coming up for 1 month. Actually, I'm a little late. But anyway, she said keep going with it. Anyway, so other guys kind of problems with high blood pressure and high cholesterol have waylaid them and stopped them from going on T. I know several guys right now. Can you get waylaid for other things? Well, most certainly. And there are younger guys that I know right now who are also waylaid for other reasons, for health reasons. So, you know, it's very mixed. But older guys do have more health issues, and as you get older, you tend to get more health issues. I think another problem is the arthritis that some guys have. They want to work out to build up their muscles, and then, you know, it's very hard because if you have arthritis, you can have difficulty, you know, with certain kind of movements and so forth. I think another problem is being postmenopausal. Now, it's not exactly a problem per se, but it is in the list of unknowns and medical factors. Basically, being postmenopausal means that the whole period of time which a female assigned at birth person is able to make babies is completely shut down. Estrogen levels drop almost to zero. I don't think to zero, but you know, they're very low. And then actually, I've heard testosterone levels can drop too. Although I sense that mine have not, but anyway. So what does that mean for being a trans guy? Well, really nobody knows. And does this mean maybe our dosage of T should be different? Does that mean it should be lower perhaps? Does this mean that our levels should be lower? Even though we're still trying to transition, we don't have to be pushing against estrogen in our systems. So what does that mean? Well, yeah, I feel a bit that we're kind of a guinea pig for this whole thing. And am I completely comfortable with being a guinea pig? No, I would say not. But, you know, I do have, I think my doctor is quite amazing, and I think she's very competent, and we'll deal with it, whatever comes up. And hopefully for older guys, it will, you know, be easier over time. Finally, I think that there are fewer older guys to begin with. And this is, you know, for some guys, I think it's a bigger deal than it is for me. I honestly don't know that I care as much. I don't know. I'd like to know the answers to some of those questions. Sometimes I think, oh, it'd be nice to hang around with some older guys. On the other hand, I'm very happy in my support group with younger guys. I you know, I deal, you know, my friends are all younger than I am anyway. So, you know, it's just, you know, my other friends outside of trans. And so I don't feel that it is that much of an issue, although maybe I'd like to, you know, you maybe want to see some more videos, but, you know, in reality, some people my age are not as computer literate. So that's kind of where we are on this. So, you know, there are good things and bad things. So, now, I definitely have not totally covered this subject, and I'm going to be done because I have nothing else to say on it right now. So maybe I will in the future, but I'll stop. All I'm ahead. Thank you very much for watching, and come on around for my next video.